people said Bitcoin ETFs would never happen, well, guess what? They were wrong. And now history is repeating itself. Trump's SEC just flipped the script, and suddenly crypto ETFs are flooding in. But here's where everyone's getting it wrong. While the crowd is focused on Bitcoin, the real crypto ETF to watch is flying under the radar. Let me show you the one ETF that could shock everyone. Just a few months ago, Bitcoin ETFs were a fantasy. The SEC had been rejecting them for years, and then boom, 2024 hits and the floodgates open. BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan, and all the major players jumped in. Bitcoin ETF approvals sent Bitcoin soaring past all-time highs, and now the cycle is repeating itself. Crypto ETFs are coming for altcoins, and if history has taught us anything, this next wave is where millionaires are made. So why is this happening now? A couple months ago, Gary Gensler and the SEC were stonewalling crypto. There were endless lawsuits, there were endless delays, and it felt like crypto was under attack. But then the political shift happened. Trump hinted he's pro-crypto. SEC leadership started softening their stance. Suddenly, new ETF applications started rolling in like crazy. This isn't just a coincidence. Wall Street is smelling money, and when the big money moves, we don't want to be on the sidelines. Let's get to the big question. Which crypto ETF is going to explode next? Right now, the SEC is actively reviewing several altcoin ETF applications. Here's the breakdown. Litecoin, it has a 90% chance of approval. Litecoin has a long history. It has regulatory clarity and big institutions love it. But does it have the hype for a major price pump? Not so sure. Dogecoin? Really? You might laugh, but Doge has Elon Musk, social media power, and massive brand recognition. If an ETF gets approved, this could be the shocker of the year. Solana, the institutional darling. Solana has become Wall Street's favorite altcoin. With fast transactions and big name backers, this ETF could attract serious capital. XRP, the wild card. XRP is still fighting legal battles, but if it clears regulatory hurdles, it could be the biggest shock ETF approval. So, what's the most likely ETF to send prices flying? If I had to bet on one, it's Solana. Institutional demand is through the roof, and Solana's network has been gaining a lot of traction. And if ETF is approved, expect major price action. Let me tell you something that most retail investors don't realize. Wall Street always moves first. Before any big news breaks, big money is already positioning itself, and we're already seeing hidden institutional flowing into Solana, Dogecoin, and even Litecoin. Here is how we spot the moves before they happen. Look at ETF filings. The first applications tell you where the big investors are looking. We want to follow liquidity flows. Whales don't buy retail exchanges. They go through OTC markets. They track corporate statements, and when a hedge fund suddenly shifts focus, that's a signal. And by the time the news hits, the real money has already moved. That is why now is the time to get ahead of the ETF hype cycle. So let's say we believe in this ETF wave. How do we actually profit from it? Number one, don't FOMO in. The worst mistake is chasing pumps. Rather, instead, we want to look for pullbacks. We want to diversify smartly. We want to spread across potential ETF candidates like Litecoin and Solana, Dogecoin, etc. And we want to have an exit strategy because ETFs bring hype, but profit taking is key, and we need to cash out then. And here's the major bonus tip. ETF approvals come in waves. The next altcoin ETF approval will likely create a domino effect. So if we position ourselves early, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. What do you think? Which crypto ETF is next? Drop your guess in the comments below and make sure that you're subscribed because I'll be tracking every single move big money is making in crypto so that we don't miss out on the next breakout. See you in the next video.